Okay, I really like this photo, and I hope you do too. Although, if you don't, hopefully you have a good reason for it. I am so pleased with how this turned out. This is taken looking eastward at sunrise in a field where my wife and I walk almost every day. We don't walk in the field, we walk next to it. We have this route we take on our daily walk, and it takes us by this field. So we're walking by this field in one evening, and I see several flowers just like this. And I thought to myself, I knew it was going to rain that night. And I thought, you know what? If we do get the rain that they're predicting, I'm going to come back tomorrow and take a picture at daybreak of something in this field. So I did. I came back the next morning. I drove and parked, and I've actually taken one or two other photos in this same spot, including a butterfly sitting on top of a flower after a rain that I took several years ago. And the sun was just coming up, and the clouds were still in the sky. And so the blue in the sky is not actually the sky, it's clouds. The only clear sky you see is that yellow band going horizontally across the picture, because there's still a lot of clouds in the sky. So this is looking eastward right at the sun. And I worked hard to compose the shot just like you see here. I wanted something on the left and right. I purposely composed it so those trees are on the left and right that kind of serve to draw your eye into the center of the frame where you have this flower. And yes, it's wilting, but there's still this sense of life and vibrance because there's light coming through the clouds. There's water droplets. There's a sense of rebirth almost, even though this flower is kind of at the end for this particular season. Shot this at f/19, which is pretty small. I shoot a lot of macro photos or close up. This is not a macro photo, I guess. It's just a close up photo. I shoot a lot of these at, I don't know, like f/8. This is a little farther back. Normally I would shoot this at even wider, like f/4. But I tried several at those apertures, but I ultimately liked this one the best because the other ones were just too blurry. You kind of lost a sense of what is going on here because it was just a massive blurry background. And I tell you what, the one thing I really like about this is that tiny little white dot on the bottom left of the flower. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's actually it's a light reflection from a drop of water on a plant behind the flower. And that little reflection, that kind of does it for me. It's like a little accent that, like a seasoning on your meal. That tiny little dot, along with the rest of the elements of the photo, it just, I don't know, it's like that extra little push over the cliff, like they would say in Spinal Tap. And I'm so pleased with how this came together, especially because a couple minutes later, I had to get to work, but a couple minutes later, the sun was too high in the sky to get a photo like this. So everything worked out, and I'm so pleased with how I was able to think about this, kind of conceptualize it the night before, not this exact shot, but this idea, and then come back the next day and make it work. So it was really fun to do this. And I encourage you to try the same thing, to look around you and look at where you are, where the light's coming from, what weather conditions are, and think about, well, maybe there's something you could do photographically, maybe if you planned out something for the next day.